How did you explain it to your parents when you found out the child wasn't yours? What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Baby Fathers podcast for another episode. Now, on this episode, we're doing things a bit different. Basically, I know a lot of people have been reaching out to us and obviously want to get their story heard on this podcast. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk to a young man called Raheem. He's going to tell us about his story. So what it is, we're not going to actually show his face because obviously he wants to obviously tell his story in discreet. Does that make sense? Indiscreet. But you're going to get to hear his story. And from what I've been picking up on it before he came on air, this story is a deep story. All right. So, just make sure you like, subscribe and share. And there's anything you would want to say, just put it in the comments. All right. So, Raheem, my brother, what's going on? How you doing, man?
Yeah, not bad. You?
Not too bad. Just trying to just deal with this lockdown right now. How you dealing with it?
Yeah. I'm still alive, I guess. So.
Wicked.
Yeah, man.
Wicked. So obviously you reached out to the baby fathers. So the first things first is just like we obviously want to hear your story. So what area you've obviously speaking from?
London.
All right, so you're from London, all right? So so let's get on with this story because we've got no time to waste. Obviously this story is a heavy story, so let's get to it, all right? So let's start with the story. How did it all happen? Start with the story.
So I met this person, this woman in 2017, but March. We probably linked a couple of times. Obviously, I had sex a couple of times, unprotected sex, and after the last time we met, I had to cut her off because she just kept on bothering me at work and phoning me all the time, and I was doing night shift, so yeah, it's just long. So I've locked her off and got back to normal life.
Yeah. And
in September, so 4 or 5 months later, she texted me randomly like, I'm pregnant. So obviously my mind is spinning because she told me, yeah, I've got implant and and
All right, so just to stop you there. So when she texted you and said to you that she is pregnant and you said that your head was going like crazy, is this the first time obviously having a lady pregnant where it was on its way, or have you got kids previous before that?
No. So this is the first time. Like this is, like I'm trying to put two and two together. And after she texted me, obviously I'm like, okay, so, like, are you sure? And all them questions. And she's like, yeah, I'm sure. We definitely met around the same time. This is my due date, and it added up in it.
Okay.
So, and obviously I come from a Muslim background, so for me to tell my parents and all that, like it took me. So she told me in September, her due date was in December, so it's not long. And obviously by September she was already 6 months pregnant. So so it took me. I think I told my family like October, November time.
Yeah.
I basically moved out of my house, moved into a flat. She got a flat because she got kicked out of her house, and child was born. I took her into labour. I was staying, at the time I was working full time.
Yeah.
I was doing nights, and then when she told me, literally a week later, I had got another job. So I'm doing nights, staying at work, going to my next job. Doing a madness. Because like this is what you do, isn't it?
Of course.
So
can I just ask you a quick question before we move on? When you said that she got kicked out, did she get kicked out of her house because she was pregnant, or? Okay.
From what I was told at the time, and like she got kicked out of her house because there would have been no space for her and the child. So
can I just ask a quick question? What's the age? What's the age at the time you both was when you found out she was pregnant?
I was 23.
Okay.
And No, yeah. I was 23. She was like 4 years younger. So.
Okay, she's about 19 then. Okay, so she was more on the young side. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So her mum's crazy. Her mum's gone mad now, yeah.
Yeah, her mum's gone mad. Her whole family's gone mad. Like she's got like, you know, she's the youngest. She's got like 5 other siblings. They've all like, you know, they've all gone to prison and all of that, and like, you know, like serious shit. So,
and is she
anyway,
Muslim?
that didn't bother me.
Is she Muslim? No. Okay, cool.
No, she was mixed race. Her mum was white. Her dad was black.
Okay.
But, she never had black. Her dad was never in her life, innit? So,
okay, cool.
So yeah, so like December come, you know, child was born. Like I took her into labour a couple of days before and stayed with her, bathed in the hospital, done all of that normal stuff. Like child is born now, and obviously I got my 2-3 weeks off from work. Everything's fine, and like, obviously coming from my background, like, you know, you need to get married and all of that. But with this, it was like, I don't know you, so I'll get to know you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be the typical, here's $2 a month, I'll see him every weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
Okay.
And you know, like, I love children, so, and I thought this would be like a good opportunity for me as well. And you know what I mean? It's
to step up to your responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly. And at the time, obviously, like I mentioned to you before, like, I had a lot of savings and I was looking for a house, not in London, but you know, I was going to get a house, and like, that's like, if she didn't text me in September, by December or January the following year, like, I probably would have had a mortgage, like, you know. But anyway, so I've got 2-3 weeks off from work to maternity leave or whatever you call it, and I've tried to go back into work, and just hella problems. Like every night she's calling me, like she just can't put him to sleep or whatever, innit?
So she was finding it hard to cope being a mum.
Yeah. She was going through I don't know the name, but
personal depression, is it that?
Something like that.
Okay.
Post pregnancy depression, something like that.
Cool.
As I'm trying to go back into work, like the same things are still happening, and it's just like, well, hold on, he's nearly 1 now. Like, you know, like you've seen everything. Like it's not. I'm not saying it's not difficult. It is difficult.
Yeah.
But if I've been there for a year and I've kind of not shown you, but you know, I have kind of shown you what to do. Basically, and everything. You know, it's not.
You supported her and you showed her the kind of things to how to cope when.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And it was like, I'm trying to teach you, like, a child needs the mother.
Yeah.
But.
So then how was the relationship after? So once, obviously because remember, you lot was linking first before you actually got together, right? And once you found out she was pregnant for you, you got together to try and work it out. As you say, because you come from a Muslim background as well, that was another reason why you wanted to obviously make a unit with a family, right?
Exactly. So going fast forward, like, I basically just couldn't cope with it. Like, and neither could she. And like, she telling my sister that, he's doing this and he's doing that, and like, that just carried on towards the end of the year, and I just had to call it quits. I said, look, like, I don't want to be with you no more.
Yeah,
I'll see him like every if not every day, every other day, or whenever I can come. But like, I can't be doing it.
Yeah,
because it was just mad. So let's just get to this part now. So we're in like March this year. So March this year, she gets arrested on a weekend. Yeah, I'm at work.
What did she get arrested for?
She got arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. Is what I was told.
Okay.
I still don't know the ins and outs of it, but that's what I was told. The next day when I've gone there and I've seen her, like, she's literally like been battered, like.
So she's actually gotten herself into a fight then.
Yeah.
And who was the fight with?
This is the thing. When it happened, what she told me, the story she told me, I don't know why I believed it, but it was like along the lines of she went out with her friend. This is during lockdown as well. Like, she went out with her friend, and as they were trying to get back into her flat, a neighbor was stopping them, saying that you don't live there, and obviously she got into the fight, and obviously at the time it's just like you don't question it.
Yeah.
I didn't question it. I was just like, all right, cool, but how the fuck did you get beaten up so badly? Basically,
Yeah.
like,
like
it was peak.
Yeah.
Nah, it is actually not. You secretly should, because when you find out what happens later on, yeah, it's peak.
Yeah.
But like, she actually needed hand surgery. Like, she lost half of her pinky finger. Like, and her legs, her knees, both her knees. Like, she couldn't walk. Both her arms, and I'm thinking like, what? And you got arrested?
Yeah.
But I've gone there one weekend. We've had an argument, and then on Sunday morning we've had an argument, and she's basically called feds, which she's never done, and it was weird, innit? But
so she called the police on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she called the police, and then.
Do you know what reason? What reason she was calling them for?
Because she wanted me out the house.
Okay.
But it's never been an issue. So,
yeah.
But yeah, like, so, but this is the thing. As she's called 999, she's remembered that she's on bail for this thing, and she don't want police there, obviously. And
yeah.
If you're on bail and you calling police, it's not. You know what I mean? You're not gonna. So
you don't want them inside.
She's cut the phone. She's cut the phone, but. I'm thinking they're gonna come anyway. Nothing happened, and they literally just took me out of the building and said just go home.
Yeah.
As I've left, obviously my son's at the door, just crying, just watching me go, basically. And I don't know why, but something was bugging me. Something was telling me something ain't right here.
Yeah.
Something ain't right here. Like, I know this person for 3 years. Something is not right here.
Something's not adding up. Something's not adding up.
Yeah, something's not adding up.
Yeah.
Something is not adding up. But it's only till I got home later. I just went on to check my email, and she's basically logged into her email.
Yeah.
And something was telling me to just type your name in. And this is something I don't do. I've never done, and even like during our relationship, like I've trusted her. I've never gone through her phone. I've never gone through anything.
Yeah.
So I've never had a reason to. But yeah, something was just telling me, and there was other things going on in my life as well, and it was just like, yeah, just see.
Yeah.
So I've typed my name in. And I'm seeing emails from her to her mom saying like, the child don't look like me, and you know, like that she's done a DNA test with this other guy, and like I've literally I've gone skip. I literally lost it.
Yeah.
But like I've lost it in my own world, and like I haven't like gone out or done anything like that. It's Ramadan. I'm fasting as well. But
so,
go on.
So when you read the email and you saw that there was messages between her and her mother saying that she's done a DNA with another guy, what was your reaction to the whole thing? Like, you said that you was going like nuts. Like, what kind of reaction was happening at that time?
Well, the main thing is like, raw. So forget about you knew since March. You knew from the very beginning, because you can't tell me. Nobody can tell me that. Oh, I don't know who I slept with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can't tell me you don't know who you slept with.
Yeah.
So I'm adding that up. From what I'm seeing, I'm adding up, raw. She knew I had peas. She knew who she was sleeping with.
Yeah.
Someone like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And when she came up, because you have to remember, she contacted you 6 months when she found out she was pregnant. So she found out halfway through her pregnancy that she came and told you, sorry, halfway through the pregnancy that you was the dad. Did she not ever thought to herself at that stage to contact the other guy to let him know, or do the DNA test first, or be up front before she decided?
Exactly. This is the thing. And now, obviously, I regret not doing the DNA test. But at the time, it was like I trusted what she was saying to man, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I even asked her, like, are you sure you ain't slept with no one or like, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's funny when a child's involved.
Of course. So
when
go on, bro. Go on. I'm to answer the
when
question.
the child was born, like I fell in love with the child.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Like the first 6-7 months. Yeah, like the first 6-7 months. Most of the time I spent with him, he was in my arms.
Yeah.
Like.
Obviously, you stepped up as a father. You done all the you played the full father role. Even when you wasn't together, you were still making plans to go over there on certain days. Obviously, see the child, take the child, and then you also was helping her when she was struggling with the child. Obviously mentally.
100%.
So you was also there. So you have played a big part in her life 100%. with the child as well. So yeah,
100%. Yeah, no, that's the only like good thing that comes out of it, and like.
So moving forward.
Yeah.
So when you found out, what did you then do after? Did you go and confront her?
Nah. So this is the thing. Finding that out, all I wanted to do was go there and just punch her up.
Okay.
But I knew that wouldn't be a good idea.
Of course not.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I basically, I showed my sister. I said to my sister, basically, you need to call her. And I've walked out. I've just walked out of the house, and I've tried to call her. And I've basically tried to ask her, like, what is going on? Like, are you taking a piss? Like, you, how are you telling me you only knew? And basically the excuse she's using to me is, I only knew because he came and told her. And I'm thinking to myself, listen, you're chatting shit. Like, you knew from the beginning. There's no question.
But when you asked her, have you slept with anybody else when she came and told you she was pregnant and she said no? Why would she now try and rock with that story now?
I don't know.
And then when she done that, what then happened next?
Like, I said some things that I maybe shouldn't have said, innit? But
through the text or word by mouth?
Both.
Okay. Cool.
So obviously I've just got pissed off, and it like, she's not giving me no good reasons. Like, she's not telling me. She's not giving me no answers.
And when you was texting her, be honest, what kind of things was you saying to her?
Not the best things. Like, obviously I said to her, like, I'm gonna ruin your life, and things that any man would say after raising a child for 3 years. And of course. I could show the WhatsApp messages, like, and it was partly saying them kind of things, and obviously partly like, how could you have not have known?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but you can't tell me you didn't know. But so I was on bail for a couple of weeks, and then a day before I was supposed to go back to the police station, they basically told me they're moving it to further investigation.
Okay.
So my first thought is, all right, cool. Let's get this DNA fucking test done now.
Yeah.
And in between, and this is the thing that I shouldn't even say it. Well, the case is over now, but I'd rather not say it, innit? But like, maybe I don't, because listen, like, while I was on bail and stuff, like, I couldn't sleep, like, I couldn't eat, like, I just.
Obviously, you've been told that you're not too sure if the child was yours or not, and obviously because you've been there, this is a side effect, so it's not happening to you because it's a side effect.
It's not, because like I said, it's not like I've seen him every weekend, or I've been there since day
birth
for the child. Like, I've been there since birth. Like, do you know what I mean? It's different,
and that can send a man crazy, you know.
This is what I'm saying to you.
Send a man crazy.
This is what I'm saying to you. Like, I wanted to go there, and there's so many things that I could have done.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I calmed myself down, and I was like, like.
So when you got to the DNA part, when you did manage to get the test done, What did the result come out to be?
That is not mine.
Not yours.
But this, yeah.
Okay, and when you got told the child wasn't yours when you done the DNA test, what was your feeling at that time?
That's I can't even put it into words. If I'm honest with you, but I actually can't put it into words.
And did it turn out to be the other guy's child then?
Yeah, and he's sitting in prison for like 10 years.
So he's been
for other things.
And did he have anything to do with her getting beaten up that time, or?
Yeah. Okay. So this is so so I'll go back to the DNA test part.
Yeah.
So basically, I lost that job. A couple of weeks later, I think it was in end of July, was when I found out. They got the results. I finally got the DNA test done. Somebody came to my house and done a swab and stuff, and found out, the child's not mine, basically, which kind of helped me in my case.
Yeah. And when the child wasn't yours, did you ever see the child after that ever again?
No.
So you just distanced yourself.
I basically have no choice.
Did you get the chance to say to the child that you're not his dad?
No. Literally, that's my last memory, is basically seeing him cry on the doorstep.
And then the real biological father, then the real one, did he take on a responsibility?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I haven't. Yeah.
And okay, so the child wasn't yours. You obviously haven't seen the child. How did you explain it to your parents when you found out the child wasn't yours?
Obviously they were pissed as well, because they were in his life, so everyone was, but me obviously the most in it, because I've been the mum and dad for the child, and yeah, like I feel sorry for the child now. Yeah, I really do feel sorry for the child, because I don't think he's gonna see his dad.
And the guy who it turned out to be the real father, and you said that earlier on he got beaten up really bad, where she had bruises all over her face and up to her hand and that. And you kind of just told me not too long ago that he was the one who beat her up.
Basically, yeah.
And do you know the reason why he beat her up for?
So again, from what I saw in the emails and stuff, was that at the beginning of March, she done a DNA test with him. And when she got arrested was towards the end. So when I put two and two together, was he's basically got the results, found out, and basically told her to come link her and fucked her up. And because she was, I guess, in his property or whatever, it was self-defense. So, but I don't know what's happened with that. This is the thing. I've not even been able to speak to her since.
And how are you coping, just genuinely, with this? Because this just happened this year. How have you been coping? Have you been getting any counselling or anything?
No, not really.
And how are you coping with it?
Not really. But it's not easy. I don't sleep well. obviously I still have questions to ask and stuff, but it's hard, man. It's hard. Like, I can't just delete all the videos I have. And,
yeah, so you still have the pictures in your phone and that of yourself.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Did you? Obviously, you weren't together no more, and you didn't get the chance to say bye to him. If she allowed you to see him, would you want to go and see him, just have a last conversation with him?
No, she wouldn't.
But if she did, I'm saying she wouldn't.
Of course.
If she did,
of course, 100%.
Just to have that last conversation with him.
110%.
And have you ever asked her if you can have that last conversation with him?
I did, but I've spoken to him on the phone.
And he calls you. Does he call you daddy as well?
this is the other thing. The first time I spoke to him was while I was on bail. I don't really want you to put this in, I'm not gonna lie, but and that was the first time he said it on the phone. That is that daddy, you know. That broke me. I can't lie.
I can imagine, bro. I could imagine. So obviously it's all down to your mental health as well, mental state. Have you thought about getting counselling because you're losing sleep, you're not eating properly?
At the time, yeah, but this was in like May.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think once I did get another job once, you know, after I found out and stuff. You know, I was looking for work and I did get a job, and as I'm working 5-6 days a week, you know, I think work helps.
Blocks it out, keeps the mind occupied.
Yeah. But it's still there.
Yeah,
it's still there.
It's gonna take time. It can even take years. It can take years to get over. Obviously, the whole getting over that. You find out the child wasn't yours.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, moving a bit forward.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's gonna have any? You see that if you do meet someone else new, and that person falls pregnant, is that gonna cause any way of thinking that the child may not be yours due to what's happened on this occasion?
Nah.
Okay.
Because I intend on having a halal relationship. So, no. So this is another thing. Like, since this happened, I feel like I've got closer to it.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Like religion and stuff.
Okay. So the religion is also helping you as well to get through this.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Wicked.
100%. But yeah, it's just mad. Like what she's put me through.
Well, my to look as an outsider, as I said, I know it's not easy, but if it was coming from myself, the only thing I would tell you to do is protect your own energy, protect your own self, and try and take each day as it comes. But if you can, I know it's, man, I'm going to say later, I don't need that, but sometimes you can look into the whole counselling thing, because it can help you. Because what you've kind of gone through, it's like it's traumatizing. Because you're the forefront, obviously, what's happened, and you've been there from when the child was obviously in her stomach. When the child was born, you've seen all of that when the child was being delivered. You've been playing daddy's role. You get me? So to me, I feel that you might be dealing with it in a decent way now, but there can also be like a long time effect, what we don't want to happen to you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because that can haunt a man. You get me?
Yeah, it's dangerous. It is dangerous, and like you said, it is going to take time. But I also think speaking about it is another way for me. But yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad. like sometimes I just sit there and just think like, what is he doing?
Mm-hmm. Which a normal father would do.
It's mad.
What a normal father would do. You get me?
Yeah.
But okay, so if your son was listening, what would be your words?
I miss you.
Mm.
That's, yeah,
Mm.
the love's still there, but it's I have to let it go. You know.
Yeah.
That's, there's literally nothing I can do.
Mm.
She won't let me near the child. She, you know, she with my case, she wanted like mad restraining orders against me and you know all these things, but you know, so she's it's just mad. Like she's just made me out to be this person I'm not, and
yeah,
it's disappointing. So,
well, what I'm gonna say, bro, because I'm gonna have to wrap it up now. But what I will say is that just stay strong. Get me, keep on following your religion because that's helping you to get through this. Also, if you got, I know you seem to have a support system of your mum and your sister and your family. So if they're also getting you through this, that's also good to know and good to hear. I also want to say a big thank you to you, my brother, because to go back into the past to talk about things or something very personal to you, it takes big guts to do that. So I want to have to big you up for doing that. You get me in, and also for reaching out to us. Like,
no, 100%.
You get me? Because obviously these kind of stories is what our fathers will be going through. So at least they know that they're not the only one going through this.
100%.
You get me? So so yeah, man. Just I say once again, big up yourself. Next time I have to link up in person. So I need to see the face behind the voice. You get me? And
one day.
What I will do, I'm gonna add some links to this video for people who's watching this episode. I want to add some link into there to help fathers who may have gone through this. If anyone who's also watching this and you have any advice or you want to comment what this gentleman's been speaking about today, please feel free to drop your comments, your views in the comments, which would be underneath. And I said, once again, I'm going to put the link in there for any fathers who's going through this to kind of help them go through this as well. So we're going to do that as well because these things can be hard on fathers. It's not all the time fathers are sleeping out making kids, also mothers also doing that as well. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, King, listen, my brother.
Yeah.
Bless up. And we're going to link. All right, my G?
Yeah, man. All right, cool, man.
Roll safe, my brother. Bless up. Nice. All right, man. So yeah, this is the Baby Fatherhood podcast. It's been a very situation topic today. Big up to Raheem again, or is it Raheem? Big him up for coming on. Once again, if you are got anything what you would like to talk about on the Baby Fathers, make sure you hit us up on the email. You can find the email on the website, which is www.thebabyfathers.com. All right, and then you go into the link into the email, and then if you want to come on and then tell your story, you can. All right. So listen, I'm heading off. Big up to everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and share. All right. Boom. Just do that for us, and we'll link you back on the next episode. Peace. DJ Ridler, we gone.